The other day I was driving through this small town in Washington State named Aberdeen. It's a very small town, but it's famous because the lead singer for Nirvana came from Aberdeen, Washington. And as I was driving through Aberdeen, I drove past this church. And the church had this sign on it that said, "Come as you are." That was actually the name of the church. And I thought, oh, that's cool. It's a nod to the hometown. And then I was thinking about what that means from a spiritual perspective. And as I was thinking about that a little bit, this thought popped into my head about seeds. You gotta hang with me for just a second while I explain. So a seed is this beautiful thing. It's not imposing. It doesn't look like anything special. It's just this little shriveled tiny thing. It doesn't look like it's anything impressive. And if we didn't know anything about plants or trees and someone just gave us a seed, we would never imagine what amazing and beautiful things could come out of it once we planted it in the earth. In a lot of ways, Christ makes parallels to this. He says, if a grain of wheat, which is just of course a small seed, falls to the earth and dies, then it will bear much fruit. And he also says, a good tree will bear good fruit, and that it's impossible for a bad tree to produce good fruit. He says that we'll be known by our fruits. That is what the Bible describes as our walk with Christ. We're expected to grow and to blossom into this amazing creation that God made for us, that He put the genetic information in there to make us into something special. And that seed's supposed to be transformed into something that produces good fruit. So I think it's fair to say, yeah, come to Christ as you are, but we're going to be buried like a seed's buried in the earth, and we're going to transform, and we're going to rise up again in this newness of life with Christ that is going to transform our lives. So it's fair to say, come as you are, but if we truly put on Christ, it's impossible not to be transformed, and you'll be changed into something amazing, and that'll be a lifelong process. So we won't stay the way we came.